to swallow that stuff dry, but I could do it. And it was fine. And I started feeling better after that. And then I was like, oh my God, I have a flight next week. And then I couldn't fly because my arm was kind of sideways.
What about the race?
I couldn't continue the race. My arm
Bruh.
was shaped like an S.
Now it's time to say my story. I also broke a bone. 2, actually. Back in the day when I used to go outside, I used to skateboard a lot, okay? Not that cringe skateboard with 4 wheels. None of that. I'm talking about the ripstick.
Nah, I had a ripstick.
All you uncultured viewers, the ripstick is like the coolest trend back in the day. It was a skateboard that only had 2 wheels. One in the front, one in the back. Crazy, right? You must be asking, how the heck do you balance on 2 wheels? The trick was, as soon as you got onto the skateboard, you had to do this like little dance. You got to do the shot. As soon as you got on the skateboard, you had to do a little shava shava to get the board moving. And if you stopped dancing, you had no momentum, and boom, you would just fall flat on your face. Now that we're all educated, how does this have anything to do with breaking a bone? Well, me and the neighborhood gang, okay, we were rip-sticking down.
Calm down. Calm down.
We were rip-sticking down the streets, you know, doing normal kid stuff, scaring pedestrians, robbing houses, breaking down lemonade stands. In our neighborhood, there were a lot of these like biking paths, and they stretched on for like miles. You know, these like little paths that go woo, like through the houses and stuff. And we love rip-sticking in these biking paths because there were like a lot of turns and hills that were a lot of fun. But it was like most importantly, so like we wouldn't get hit by cars and we didn't have to look left or right and die. So that was good.
I see.
However, there are different like skill levels in the biking path. So we were feeling adventurous. We never went past medium difficulty. So, you know, we felt like we were going to do the nightmare path. Just to put it in perspective, there's like 3 more stages of difficulty until the nightmare path. There was hard, extreme, extreme plus, then nightmare. So that means the path that we were just going to go on had a 70-degree drop. The turns were like sharper than like an ice cream cone. Okay, you know the bottom of an ice cream cone? Like, pew, pew. We arrived to the path, and for some reason, I was not frightened at all. And the reason was I was really stupid, all right? It wasn't because I was brave. I was just dumb. I volunteered to go first because my friends in the back started questioning if it was even a good idea. They were the smart ones in the situation. Without hesitation, I got on my ripstick and I started going down the path. I picked up speed really quickly. We were going boom, 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 okay? It was like we were motorbiking, all right? It was at the same speed. And I didn't even have to do the shava shava because all you had to do was like stay balanced because you already had enough momentum. Like I didn't need more speed. So all seemed going well for like the first couple seconds until we arrived at the first turn. The problem with the ripstick is there's like no real way to slow down other than like jumping off.
Don't tell me you jumped off.
No, we didn't jump off. You know, with a normal skateboard, you can at least put down like 1 foot to like slow you down a bit, but not with this. You gotta like keep two of your feet on the ground. Now we're going to the sharpest turn I ever encountered. But like in my head, I thought I could do it like easily. I thought I could go and easy, right? In the head, visualize it, it's easy. But in reality, as I was turning, the speed was so great, I flew from like the whole ripstick just like flew from underneath. Like the wheels went skirt and they shot from underneath, and I was just in the air. I was levitating. I would have been fine if I just landed on my butt, but no. What I did is like my legs are up in the air. I put my hands right beneath me, like to protect my butt for some reason.
Oh no, that's not how that works.
That doesn't sound safe at all.
And I kept my hands there underneath me to protect me. So the impact of me hitting the ground was like straight hands and then into my wrist.
Oh.
My fingers probably bent so far back, they probably hit my own wrist. I mean, the good news is that I'm on the ground, right? I mean, the bad news is that I felt like this extreme sharp pain, like immediately right into my right wrist. But the thing was, like when I got up, unless I moved it, it didn't hurt. I know that sounds stupid, but at that time, I thought like, if I just leave my arm alone, it'll just heal itself. I kind of just got up and I didn't think it was broken because I was just like, shouldn't I be in constant pain right now if it was broken? But no, it didn't hurt if I didn't move it. So we just got back up on our ripsticks and kept on ripsticking.
What about your
And
dad?
I just had my arms out.
Continues to do the shower.
You couldn't stop rip stipping.
I couldn't stop. But that's not the problem, all right? The problem was I went back home that day, still not knowing my right wrist was broken. So I go to bed. I'm like, I'm going to sleep this off. I'm going to feel better. Maybe I just pulled a muscle or something. I woke up the next morning. I need to take a piss. I go to open the door. I completely forgot what happened the day before. So I go
my
to
God.
open the door with
Don't
my
tell me.
right hand. And I do that little twist.
no.
It's those twisty doors.
Oh.
Ah! It was the worst pain ever. I was literally holding back tears. And we're not even at the worst part because I still needed to use the restroom. So I changed my hands to the left hand so I could open the door. I have this habit that I always need to lock doors. To lock doors, you have to press like this little button on the door handle, right? It's like this little button, like, boop, boop, you know? Forgetting again. Like, I'm pretty sure I have dementia. Like, and forgetting my right hand was in pain. I went up to go lock it and I pressed the button with my right thumb.
Wow, you're not so bright, are you?
It wasn't even my right wrist. Turns out my right thumb was also broken.
Oh,
You broke your entire hand?
And I had like this immediate shell shock because I pressed the button and my right wrist is broken. So you hear this little, and then it also sends the response back to your right wrist that is broken.
Your phone is not supposed to make that sound.
My whole body like vibrated. It's like you shocked it by electricity. This isn't good. Yeah, I went straight to my parents. I was like, please take me to the doctors. And yeah, we got the x-ray. Not only did I break my wrist, it was also my right thumb. Honestly, at the end of the day, you know what was worse? When they put the cast on, you can't even shower with it. You got to put like this plastic bag over your arm because you can't get the cast wet. And because of that, like the smell gets like really bad. Well, if you guys enjoyed those stories and you want to hear more, make sure to go subscribe to my friends' channels. They're all linked down below. But if you enjoyed that and you want to hear more, subscribe to this channel as well. And I won't kill you. I met most of my friends online, and only one of them turned out to be a murderer in real life.
That's great.
Like most people, due to us being quarantined before, I spent a lot more time online, which meant a lot more playing video games and spending a lot of time on this app called Discord. I usually spend all my time inside anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
It makes no difference.
Discord is a online social platform where you can meet, interact, and talk to weird people online. And most of the time, you become friends with those strangers. In order to meet people, you have to join communities of people of similar interests. Your interests can be from liking the same game or even doing Roblox role-playing Discord together. Yes, that is a real Discord.
No way, is it actually?
Yes, it is. For me, I always wanted to be a YouTuber, so I joined a editing Discord where I can learn how to edit and improve my own videos.
Ha! Loser.
But that's how I met you, Blaza, so I don't know.
Oh.
I also joined a dating Discord server, but we're never going to talk about that.
Blaza, this is the part where you call him a loser. This is the part where you call him a loser.
That is way beyond loser.
I met a lot of new people, but the two people I still talk to this day and met in real life were Fat Meme God and Mr. Blaza. Fat Meme God was that kid that your parents told you not to hang out with, so I didn't talk to him much yet. He's going to be kind of like a background character.
Did you find him in the dating server?
I mostly hanged out with Mr. Blaza because guess what? Me and him were both hired by Cypher PK as editors.
Yeah, we were paid so well, like $50.
Yes, we used to work for this absolute giga chad of a man before he fired us.
Damn, got fired from your first job.
Wait, actually, that was my first job. We lasted maybe 2 weeks working with him because after that, he fired us, but rightfully. Our editing was bad.
It wasn't that bad for the time, I guess.
It was bad.
It was pretty bad.
Sounds like an excuse.
That didn't stop me hanging out with Mr. Blaza, so we started talking more and more. The first thing I learned about Mr. Blaza is that he loves anime. I mean, loved it.
It wasn't that
He
bad.
loved it, man.
was-
He wouldn't send a message without 32 emojis of some random anime girl dancing.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, okay, buddy. That's what they all say.
I also realized that I've been talking to Blaza for weeks, but I didn't know if he was a boy or a girl. I was hoping he was a girl, so I asked him. I was wrong.
Okay. Hoping he was gonna finally talk to a woman.
With that out of the way, we started talking more and more, and he even got me into anime, and I still watch that to this day, which is epic.
Oh yeah, who's laughing now, huh?
And then that turned us from editing for other people, and we actually turned that around to start our own YouTube journey, and we started recording together. We've been massively depressed ever since. But before I talk about the absolute shock of meeting Blaza for the first time, let me bring it back and talk about the other guys. Fat Meme God, TBH Honest, and Juice. Juice was an interesting fellow because he had more subscribers than me when I talked to him. I was a fan of his content.
Oh my god,
that-
what can
honestly,
I
GC?
say? Bow down to me right now. I'm joking.
Slasher one, a fanboy, begging to be in Juice's private VC so I could talk to him.
And I would see him in my Discord and I would just drag him up to my private room and we would talk for hours.
Hey, yo, what are you
Yeah,
talking
in my
about?
private room.
Somehow I got into his private VC and I got invited to his Minecraft world and I blew up his base.
Thanks.
What a first impression.
We became best friends ever since.
Juicy's still looking for revenge.
On the other hand, I didn't meet TBH Honest until much later. It was when everyone was playing Among Us.
Oh, the good old times.
The dark times.
Dark times.
When I first met him, I thought he was an extreme introvert. He barely said anything at all. And now he won't shut up.
Wow, thanks for that. Thanks for that. That's much appreciated.
So we also became best friends. The last person on the list is Fat Meme God. I also met him in the editing Discord, but how do I put this? He is abnormally stupid. He's the type of guy to turn himself into a jar of peanut butter in Minecraft and get 1 million views.
How about you shove a jar of peanut butter up your
How did you get in this call?
And that's like, I'm sick and tired of this abuse, okay? Let me tell you guys the real story of how I met Stinky for one.
No, someone get him out of here. Security?
This is my video now!
I'm the
Once
security.
upon a-
I'm kicking him out here. Get out.
I'm-
Get out of the door. Get out.
So about 4 to 5 years ago, I heard about this secret Discord server going around, okay? Where a bunch of editors were gonna get together and they were gonna make Fortnite the movie.
Fortnite the movie?
He was the Discord moderator, the person leading this Fortnite movie.
Yeah, I was the Discord moderator.
So yeah, my role in this movie was to make like a cool montage thing, like getting a bunch of kills and stuff.
We were making Fortnite montages back then.
And you know who my partner was?
Who?
Blaza.
Me?
Really?
Yeah, bro, I
don't
hated
remember this.
Blaza back then.
Man, what did I do?
Blaza was the kid in the group presentation who would dress up nice for the presentation, but did like absolutely no work.
I did all the work. What are you talking about?
Our job was to get like clips of killing people with pistols, and Blaza would just be playing some weird anime game.
I don't want to talk about that.
He was playing Osu.
Oh, and I was good at Osu.
So yeah, I pretty much just complained about it to Socks, and he was like, all right, I'll help you get some clips.
I was being the nice Discord moderator there. See, I was helping you out.
Yeah, and that's when we just started playing together, started calling every day from that point on. And now look at us, we're best friends.
I hate you.
And I'm still really good at Osu.
Now that you're familiar with everyone, we thought it was a great idea for everyone to come over to my place and hang out. Except for Fat Meme God, because he still weirds me out. There are many problems with strangers coming to your house. I don't know what anyone looks like. We never FaceTimed each other. And it's too late now because on Saturday morning, I had 3 strangers arriving later that night. How do you prepare to meet someone you talk to every day of your life for the past couple years, but you never actually met them?
With lots of lube and a med kit.
It's scary. I started imagining how people would look like, starting with Blaza. I feel like with his voice, he would be like this short, scrawny man, while Juice was some sort of English butler. I thought TBH would be like a supermodel. He's got a good voice.
Damn, okay. I don't know if I should be offended or be happy about that.
The first person to arrive was TBH, but instead of him coming over to my place, I decided to pick him up because that is the gentleman I am.
Yes, what a sweetie.
I am also not very practical because at this time I was driving a 2-seater sports car and I thought I was gonna have enough room to fit all his luggage. And if you don't see what I'm doing here, I'm foreshadowing. As I was driving in the pickup lane, I called TBH on Discord because I still had no idea what he looked like. Somehow in the crowd of people, I managed to figure out who he was because of his mouth movements. Am I weird that I was able to do that? Luckily, he was not a 60-year-old man and actually a handsome fellow. And for some reason, it was not awkward at all. Like, Like, I got out, we did a little handshake, a little bit of a dance, and got in the car.
Don't forget to smooching. We did a little smooching too.
Aw.
And then I held him hostage, but you know, that's fine. I got the money. For the luggage, that was kind of a problem because we had TBH sitting in front of the car and so did the luggage. We squeezed it in so tightly, I don't know how the car didn't just burst into a bunch of Lego pieces. I felt so bad because when I sat down to drive, I could only see TBH's little fingers sticking out from the luggage in his seat. This is the first Discord friend I met in real life, and I'm already messing it up. And to make
Very first
matters
impression.
worse, since I was a hurry to get home so TBH wouldn't suffocate and die, I started speeding. Lesson here, kids, never speed. The main problem wasn't that I was speeding. It was a spider decided to come up from the ceiling of the car. A
A
spider?
spider in the car.
I hate spiders.
Why are there spiders in your car?
Why are there spiders in my car? My instant reaction kicked in and I took both hands off the steering wheel and smacked the spider into the window. The win here is that the spider was dead now, but no one was driving the car. In that split second, the car went off-road and hit the rail of the side of the highway. I thought we were gonna die. And the whole time, TBH had no idea what was going on because he couldn't see anything. Luckily, instead of smashing into the railing, we sort of just bounced off like a bouncy ball and back onto the road. So I guess we were okay. I have no idea how we're still alive because we made it home safe. TBH, on the other hand, had no idea what really happened and he turned out to be a really nice guy. But now I had 2 more people still flying in.
Oh no, hello.
And they were coming in together. The reason is because they were both Europeans, so they decided to fly together, which was smart. The nighttime was here, and me and TBH were hanging out, and out of nowhere, a third person just came into the room. For some reason, I recognized him right away with his teeth.
And he told me to go to the dentist straight away.
They actually give you a whole coupon and everything.
I actually have no idea how me and Juicy interacted, but I believe he sounded like a real man when I met him. Not a butler, surprisingly. So
You said to me, oh my god, you actually sound like a man. I was like, what do you mean?
the question is, if Juicy was here, where was Blaza? That's when I saw it. A giant figure approaching the door. It was not human. It was a monster.
Cats lose their cool for new Temptations Tenderfills.
You know how doors have these like tiny windows on the outside, like on the top and the side? Well, you could see hands just wrapping around the door. We booked it. We were out of there. I ran to the kitchen. TBH went upstairs. I don't even know where Juicy is, okay? We're gone. I was hiding behind the counter trying to make as little noise as possible because that's also when I realized we forgot to lock the door because Juicy came in. He didn't lock the door behind him.
He's British. He never does.
True.
And as soon as that thought came into my head, I heard the door slowly creak open. My heart rate started to spike. The weird thing is, I didn't hear any noise. It was completely silent. I was dead alone in the kitchen with my friends, nowhere to be seen. I thought I was about to get murdered. I peeped around the corner to see if anyone was there, but it was already too late. A chill went down my spine as I felt an overwhelming presence from behind. Standing 6 feet tall, 4 inches, was a man I've never seen before. I tried to scream, but I was so frightened. I was just sitting there. And out of nowhere, this dark figure said,
Hello.
I didn't recognize the voice at first, but then I did. It was Blaza, but with a deeper voice, and he was huge.
Where the woman at?
The voice I've been hearing for so long, for years, and it was not even real. And now that I hear it in real life, his real voice, it wasn't even the same person.
I'm at your house. I've never been at your house. I've always been home.
Then who's in the other room?
I'm still in Europe. What are you talking about?
A sigh of relief as I'm glad I did not get murdered, and I just met one of my best online friends. Eventually, everyone came down, and everyone was just as shocked as me. Blazo was freaking out because he said my face looked real, which I think what real people look like.
It looked like high quality because I'm used to seeing you on
my.
like the screen, like 480p.
480p. 480p.
480p. Oh no.
All I can say is that it's way better meeting everyone in person, and all my online friends have been some of the coolest people I've ever met. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe to their channels, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe as well. Goodbye. I will tell you how it is growing up with strict parents.
You think your parents are strict? I'm literally Indian, bro.
Like, the only reason why I think my parents are strict is when I went over to my friend's house and met their parents.
You were allowed to go to your
Oh.
friend's house?
Your parents didn't even let you go visit your friends?
No, they're like, oh, you're gonna go there. You're gonna start snorting some stuff or something.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
gonna
know.
get stabbed and stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna get
To be
stabbed.
fair, my mom thought the same
Well,
thing.
for story purposes, I will call this friend Bob.
I love
Like,
Bob.
I would always ask my parents to drive me over to to Bob's house to hang out. Everything was normal. We would like hang out. We would play basketball for like 5 minutes, and then we would go inside and play video games for about like 20 hours.
Was it Among Us?
We usually played so long that like the sun was rising the next day. Like our eyes were literally melting in our skull.
What were you playing?
Black Ops 2.
Fortnite?
There was no Fortnite. Muffin,
GTA
you're so
5.
young.
Muffin's like 5 years old. All he knows is Fortnite and Among Us.
Clash of Clans?
I'm talking like Call of Duty Black Ops 1.
Oh, I remember that
Oh.
game.
I reckon
Yeah.
those games are good.
For me, this was fantastic because back at home, my parents were the type of people where I could only play a game for like 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah, like they were that strict.
Loading in GTA 5.
Exactly, right? It takes 30 minutes just to load up the game. And they're also the type of people where after those 30 minutes, they say to pause the game.
You
Oh,
can't
that
pause the
happens to
game,
me.
Mom. It's on live.
Exactly.
I think those are all parents. Like every single parent has told their child to pause the game.
Well, we're back at Bob's place. It's the morning of the next day. We haven't even went to bed or anything.
You got a slumber party?
Bob's mom was making us scrambled eggs, which was really nice.
Thanks, Bob's mom.
Bob didn't think so.
Oh.
Who doesn't like scrambled eggs?
Bob was like, I don't want no scrambled eggs. I want mac and cheese. And I was like thinking, who wants mac and cheese for breakfast? All right, that's a lunch item.
That's true.
You know what I ate for breakfast, bro? I ate aloo ka paratha, man. You don't even know what that is.
I don't even know what that is.
You said it too fast.
Aloo ka paratha.
Say it in parts.
Aloo ka paratha.
Paparata. Yeah, sounds pretty good.
So Bob's mom was like, but I made the eggs. You need it. You need to eat it for your vitamins. And this is where it changed up. Bob raised his voice. He said, I don't want it.
Oh, what an annoying
That's what
little
he said.
crap.
You know how awkward it is for me? I'm just sitting over there, you know? Bob and Bob's mom, they're looking at each other. The tension,
God.
it's rising. I'm like the third wheel here. He's raising his voice to his mom, but if I were to raise my voice to my parents, mom would be with a wooden spoon and be like, I like your cut, G. And wham! It would have been done.
My mom did it with a cricket bat.
What?
Dude, you need to tell us something?
It's nothing bad, okay? I took it like a champ.
That was just the beginning.
Oh.
Bob's mom said this, Bobby, eat your scrambled eggs. I don't want to hear another word from you. And Bob said this, you dumb B-word.
Okay.
What?
He called his own mom the B word. Everyone's mouth drops, all right? My mouth drops, all right? It's hitting the table.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Is the table okay?
And here's the thing I didn't understand. She didn't even get angry.
Strong enamel is your best defense against erosion and cavities. Reinforce that defense with new Pronamel Active Shield.
Mrs. Bob actually went back to the kitchen and started making something else.
What?
If I ever said something like that to my parents, I don't even think I could imagine.
I wouldn't be here with you guys. I wouldn't be talking to you.
She would have turned around super slowly. I would have seen the gates of the underworld in her eyes. I would have awakened a great beast. She would probably removed my limbs and then shipped me to Brazil. I would never know because that never happened because I've never reached that, you know, stage of life.
You got early
Unlock that
access though.
ability.
Here was another reason why I thought my parents were strict, and it was from school. I can tell you right now, I was not the best kid. Well, smart maybe, but I was a clown.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I was the type of guy, when I asked my teacher, can I use the bathroom? The teacher was like, I don't know, can you? And I was like, I can!
Oh,
And I would stand up,
Wait, you
and
said
I
that
would
back?
pee in front of everybody.
Are you sure you want to put this
Dang.
information on the internet, bro?
This is illegal.
What grade was this? Like high school? You would just.
This was fifth
Oh,
grade. This
okay.
was fifth grade, all right? It's not like I would do something that extreme.
Dude, this was yesterday, I swear.
I didn't do anything that extreme, but like I said, I was, you know, I was always goofing around.
Bit of a goofball.
Shut up, Muffin. One time I was in cafeteria, I wanted to impress all my friends. I was gonna show them a magic trick.
The lady.
Yeah. I was gonna make the milk out of my carton disappear. You know those little cartons of milk? I was gonna make the milk out of that disappear.
I like the chocolate one.
I took the carton behind my back. I said this, 3, 2, 1. And I squeezed the carton as hard as I could. And it just blew milk everywhere.
Ah.
Sucks, what?
Oh my god.
Why do you think that's a good idea?
Milk was everywhere, all right? You would think such a tiny carton would have such little impact, but no. It was a nuclear score streak. It took out 6, 7, no, 10 kids in the cafeteria table.
Bodies just falling on the floor.
There was no way they could avoid
People
it.
screaming.
Fire alarm going off.
There was no way to dodge it, all right? Many lives were lost that day. I had to bury my fellow comrades, okay? I had to close their eyes.
Oh, God.
But that's when everyone started complaining, and it was getting loud. Everyone, blah, 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 blah. You know, they're whining little baby. I don't know if this is related to you guys. The teacher came over and gave us a red cup. I don't know if you guys had this in your school.
A red cup?
Yeah, a red cup, which means if your cafeteria gets a red cup, you're not allowed to talk for the rest of the lunch period.
Wait, what? That makes no sense. Why can't you talk during?
No, not during a red cup. There was 3 different cups. You had a green cup where you could talk, a yellow cup where you could talk like whispering, and a red cup. You couldn't talk at all. We got the red cup, okay?
Yo, my man just got server muted.
You got server muted in real life.
Yeah. Probably asking, why am I telling this story? Because after that, some kids rattled me out.
Little
Snitches. Because the teachers were asking who was causing all this commotion in the first place. I was showing true magic. Why not just appreciate my art?
They're just jealous. They were just jealous of your magic
I'm
skills.
so sorry for you, Socks.
So basically, they ratted me out. The teacher sat me down. You know it's serious. Before you get sit down, they call you by your full name.
No.
Socks for 1.
First, middle, and last name. Socks for 1.
She brought me into her room, and I already didn't have a good relationship with this woman because it wasn't the first time I was in this room, all right? It was at least once a week.
Socks bad boy confirmed.
She was babbling, you know, the same stuff that I need to show a good example to the other kids. I can't keep doing this. What's my credit card information? You know, the usual.
Wait, what?
But that's when something different happened. Ever so slowly, move this piece of paper across the desk. Okay, this piece of paper.
Was it my medical degree?
It was something that was real, meme god. It was something that was real, all right? In my mind, I was like, what is she doing? Is she throwing like a pop quiz on me? What kind of subject is this? And then the teacher said this. You need to get this signed by your parents.
Exactly in that tone.
Exactly in that tone. No, in my mind, I was like, woman, who do you think you are? I was showing my best magic trick in the entire world. People would praise me for this one day. You should be the one getting a paper slip. On the bus ride home, I don't know how to describe it. Have you ever felt like you were being punched a billion times in like a WWE cage by The Rock?
I never had that feeling, man. You should get that checked out,
I can't
bro.
relate.
You know, I was thinking on the ride home, why don't I just forge the signature? You know?
No.
There's only one problem with this, okay? I couldn't even write my own name in cursive. I'm doomed. My parents, on the other hand, they had this like super cool whip when they signed things. And while me, on the other hand, people couldn't even read my normal print writing. There was only one thing I could do. It was to give my mom the paper slip and show what I did. Mom, I'm home. Welcome home. I made us dinner. I hope you like spaghetti. What's wrong? I didn't even say anything to her yet. Yet she knew something was up. How?
X.
This witch. I said this. I need you to sign this piece of paper so they can let me on a field trip. A field trip? Are you even trying? Do I even realize that she knows how to read?
So you just gave her the paper just like that? You told her this is for a field trip?
Oh, sure. Give it here. She takes it out of my hands and starts reading it over. In my mind, it's all over.
So
I will have
awkward.
to move to Japan. I will start a new life.
Your whole life just flashed before your eyes.
You can see her smile just slowly disappearing as her eyes just go lower and lower on the paper, right? Oh, God, I need to start packing. What do I need to survive? My Nintendo. For sure. A granola bar. I don't know, man. I've never done this before, okay?
Make sure you have toilet paper, man. That stuff is necessary. I just realized I ran out of it.
She raised her face from the paper. She stared into my soul. I'm dead. I'm literally dead. Just finish me off, okay? I can't take it anymore, woman. Just do it. Just do it.
Mortal Kombat movement.
She said literally nothing. Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Complete silence. And this is when I knew it was all over. For all you fellow kids that don't understand the parent anger chart, let me show you something, all right? So first, at level 1, there is annoyed. This is when you tick off your parents. Probably because you were doing something dumb. Then, there is when they raise their volume. This is when they're angry, but not yet screaming. You know, just like a loud voice. Then there's 40 other stages. And at the very top, there's complete silence. This is just above literal death. That's where we're at right now, all right? So, you're asking what happened next. Well, all I can tell you is that it made me a better person. And this is where I am today.
Anytime I see a woman, I just run.
So anyways, that was my story. So I know you. What is that? What? Get that! Get off me! Get that off me! Hey! Help! Hey! Help!
Lazo, what an amateur scary story. My story is way scarier. You guys about to be shivering in your timbers after my story.
The story might scares Natalie. Natalie's just a little kid.
Are you saying his own story's gonna scare himself?
Yeah, dude, he's not gonna be able to sleep.
All right, don't scare yourself, Nadway.
This story takes place when I was in Lebanon, all right? I was around 10.
What is that?
What is that? The country?
Lebanon, isn't that like a food or something?
That's what I was gonna say.
And then since my grandparents lived there, I went to go stay with them, right? So it was like 1 a.m. Everyone's sleeping, right? But not me. All right, I want some ice cream. So I go and steal $1 from my mom while she's sleeping, all right?
Are you gonna go get ice cream at the streets for like $1 at 1 a.m.?
Yeah, bro. There's a corner store right there. It's Lebanon, you know, everyone's friendly with each other. I go down alone. All right, my mind was focused on that ice cream. All right, I needed it. I didn't care.
You remember the
I needed
flavor?
that goddamn ice cream.
Why didn't you just DoorDash the ice cream?
All right, I went down to the corner store to go get my ice cream. I got it. Goal 1 complete. I was feeling like the man, all right? Just barely escaped, but I had to
Barely escape.
Yeah, Mimi. All right, this is Lebanon, all right? There's kitty cats on the street I gotta be careful for.
He also
all
makes
right?
sure to not poopy his diaper in the middle of
Yeah.
the street. That'd be bad.
He's got his ice cream. Check.
Now I just gotta make it back alive. So I go back to the entrance, you know, of the apartment. You know, it's really pitch black because the light shut off for the stairs. It's
Where's
black.
the night vision
On the
posted? Come
stairs.
on, Nadway.
Yeah, what are you doing, Natalie? You play
Leave me
Minecraft?
alone.
I mean,
All right,
that
I played
corner store
Xbox
doesn't-
Minecraft.
This one doesn't sell night vision
He
potions?
plays
Cringe.
Microsoft Minecraft.
So I couldn't muster up the strength to go up the stairs because it was pitch black. I'm like, all right,
Maybe I
I'll go
don't
down
think it was a
bit.
strength. I think you just weren't like tall enough as the stairs. Struggling to go up.
Mimi, who are you, bro? Who are you, bro?
What do you mean? I am like standing right.
Elmer's squishies are characters you mix to make. You gotta mix it, pour it, play it, squish it, show it, collect it, trade it, squish it. You gotta find it, toss it, share it, squish it. Collect them all and find them in the Elmer's glue aisle.
I'm watching this story. Okay, go on. I'm watching you struggle to go up the stairs.
So I go inside the elevator. It's small, cramped, and only has 1 light. All right, it's not your average elevator. Exactly. All right, I go and press the button. And while it's going up, I'm enjoying my ice cream. All right, it was golden. All right, while it's going up, the power shuts off, bro. Oh my gosh, fear kicks in my mind.
Five Nights at Freddy's theme starts playing.
I'm in this small, cramped elevator that is pitch black. All right, I'm pitch black in this elevator. I cannot even see my own ice cream. I was freaking
That's what
out.
you're caring about? Ice cream? You're literally about like locked in an elevator.
Maybe this is my only form of entertainment is the ice cream. Okay, it's 1 a.m. and I'm stuck in there alone. I didn't have a phone and I had to be stuck there until the power turns back on. And it can take up to hours.
I just realized you're getting ice cream at 1 a.m.
Yeah!
Crazy?
Yes!
You're not gonna be able to go to sleep now. You're like 10 years
Man,
old.
Listen, I was a quirky kid. What can I say about it?
I'm so quirky.
There's gonna be a giant nerd emoji on you.
All right, I'm scared out of my mind, right? And then I was stuck in there for 20 minutes, all right? And my ice cream melted. I couldn't even eat it.
No!
How do you melt your? You could literally just eat it's in front of your face, even if
Maybe
it's dark.
I can't even
What's so hard
see it.
about
It's
eating
pitch
ice cream?
black. I'm freaking out. I won't even tell you how hot it was in there. It was so
You have
hot in
ice
there.
cream though.
Melted ice cream.
Mimi, go sit on the other side of the campfire. All right?
No,
You
I'm
need
not sitting
to-
on
you
the.
need
I'm not
to-
sitting on the. I'm bringing logic and reasoning.
Go sit on the
What
other side
if
of the
you just
campfire.
needed to calculate the
You're
Pythagorean theorem of the ice
overthinking
cream?
this.
Go on with your
Maybe
stupid
you
story.
literally do not even wear deodorant. Get away from him.
What?
All right, continue, Nadway.
That's the end of my story, though.
What, that was the scary story?
I told you.
What?
Dude, imagine how you feel. You're cramped in the elevator, pitch
You
black.
they
for
was
20
like about the
minutes.
elevator. You cared about the ice cream. Oh,
Wait.
Yeah.
How did you get out of the elevator?
Nadway, did you even get out? Are you still in there?
I'm still in there.
4 out of 10 on the
What
scary
do you
scale.
mean?
That was supposed to be scary. I told you.
Mimi, your
This-
face
Oh,
is
wow.
scary, bro.
Big
Shut up.
talk
What do you
for
mean?
Meme God. Let's pick another random name out of the hat.
Yeah. Pick someone who's actually suffered, like
Is
me.
this guy a jar of peanut butter? What is he
What
talking
is
about?
that?
The next person to tell their spooky story is TBH Honest.
I think Meme God should go.
All right, maybe you go.
Oh, yeah. Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
So my story happens all the way
Oh, I
in
don't care.
Halloween. In Halloween 2012, when I was just a 10-year-old little boy, there was something called Hurricane Sandy happening. Okay.
Ooh, I remember that
And
one.
I was
SpongeBob?
near the danger zone.
SpongeBob?
Yeah, like, wait, no. Wait, what? So I was near the danger zone, right? I stepped outside and I saw 100 miles per hour winds going by, okay? People drowning in water, screaming for help, sharks swimming in the street.
How can you
What?
see the speed of wind?
Are you sure someone wasn't just blowing on your face?
I didn't care of seeing the stuff, right? You want to know why?
Why?
Because it was Halloween and I wanted to go trick-or-treating.
In a hurricane?
Sounds like a
That's
bad
besides
idea.
the point.
What do you mean? That's a horrible idea.
Shut up. Okay,
What
so
about the shark?
I stepped outside, right? I was dressed up as Spider-Man. I was like Punjabi Spider-Man, right? And I had like a cute little pumpkin bucket. I already planned this out for like 2 months in advance. It was all perfectly calculated so that I can get the most amount of candy, more than all the other kids. I started walking down the street, right? I was doing the shava shava, and I noticed 5 minutes later, for some weird, unknown reason, right? There were no kids on the street.
Oh, maybe it's because there's a hurricane.
That's besides the point. Okay? It was literally just me, right? Down the street. I was like, oh, maybe the shark ate the kids or something. I was like, okay, whatever, more candy for me. I got to the first house, the guy had the whole house spooked out. It was like all these decorations and everything. I knocked on the door and I said, trick or treat. No one freaking opened the door.
Because their house is flooded.
That's besides the point. I looked at the side of the door, the window. This guy was looking outside. He was looking at me from the window, dressed up as a vampire. There was no freaking excuse. There was no freaking excuse for him to not open the door.
Like,
Okay?
I'm looking at this kid like, what an idiot. Got Halloweening through a goddamn.
I was dressed up as Spider-Man.
Listen, wait, Mimi, you knocked on the door and said trick or treat without the guy opening.
Yeah.
What?
But you don't do that?
You preemptively trick-or-treated?
Yeah, I was speed running. I was like, they just open the door, drop the candy. I'm like, I'm out. Next door, candy, out. I'm not waiting for them to, nice outfit, kid. I just want my candy. The guy was dressed up as a vampire, didn't open the freaking door, right? So I'm just like there, like, open the freaking door. I started banging on the door. I'm like, give me my goddamn candy. He didn't open the door, right? Until 5 minutes later, he finally opened the door, right? And I was staying there because this guy's rich. I know he had candy.
What a bad
Big candy.
speedrunner. Waited at a door for 5 minutes.
Shut up. He had the most amount of candy for sure. So he opened the door, super depressed, and uttered 3 words. You wanna know what the words were?
Not really.
Glob jamming.
That's 2 words. He said subscribe. No, wait. He said Halloween is canceled and shut the door on my face. I went to all the other doors, knocking on every single one, and they all opened the door and said Halloween was canceled because of the hurricane. Can you believe that?
How is that scary?
There's
Makes sense.
still a hurricane.
What is the story that I entered to?
When did you get here?
He just followed us?
Why is Juicy smaller than Nadway?
What is that supposed to mean?
Stop standing over there and come near the campfire.
I'm coming,
Not
okay?
Mimi's
You guys
side, though.
invite me and
No,
I'm
come
just
to my side. Come
No,
to my
don't go to
side.
Mimi's
Okay.
side.
You know
No,
what?
I-
Do
I
go
always
to
have
Meme God's
Mimi.
side. You guys
I-
can
I-
sit together.
Oh yeah, you
Come
don't brush
to
your
me. Come
teeth.
to
I
me.
forgot.
Juicy sits next to me. Anyways, that was my spooky, scary story.
There was no.
Natural Care puts hardworking plant-based ingredients to work for your pet. Available at a retailer near you.
Tell me about that.
No, there was no candy. There was no freaking candy.
Literally a hurricane going on, and your story sucks. Okay, you're like, oh my god, I can't get candy, and you're making fun of Nadway.
That's
your
just-
ice cream out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but he had no conclusion. My conclusion was that I was depressed and I turned out this way.
In an elevator. elevator. What do you mean?
All
I'm
right.
still in here to
This is
this
confusing.
day.
Wow, this
Alright.
is awful. This is awful.
Someone give me some
Yeah,
marshmallows.
well, why don't you tell your story, huh? Why don't you tell?
Meme God, I rate your scary story 0 out of 10.
What do you mean that's scarier?
You
than
shouldn't
freaking Norway?
even be
No,
celebrating
it's
Halloween
not.
during a
I was
freaking
dressed up
hurricane.
as Punjabi Spider-Man doing the shava shava, right? No candy. Can you believe that?
Just go to the dollar store and get one.
All right, now it's time to hear an actual scary story. Random name out of the hat.
Is it gonna be me?
No, Allie.
I have a real scary story.
I hope so because I.
What do you mean
I
you
hope
hope so?
This
Me
hand is
neither.
effing really high. You
Peer
better
pressure.
be careful.
So, I was at my friend's house for sleepover.
No coughing.
Okay.
I don't even know coughing. I'm sick.
Shut up.
I'm sitting right next to you, Mimi. You better not give me your virus.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I was at my friend's house for a sleepover, and at one point she went downstairs to get some snacks. And while she was gone, I was just sitting there like on my really poopy school laptop, and I was really edgy.
About this. What's so scary about this? Sorry. Wait, what?
I'm not done. I was really edgy as a kid, so I was on Tumblr, like looking at dark, edgy stuff.
Tumblr.
Yeah,
How old are you?
Tumblr.
God, she's like 35. How do you not know this?
So I was like looking at dark, edgy stuff, like true crime documentaries and stuff, and I had on all the lights, like, cause I was scared of the dark. I
Are
still
you
am.
edgy but scared of the dark? That doesn't make any sense.
I'm still scared of the dark.
Woman, am I
Is
right?
No. No,
You
that's
call
not
that
it.
scary?
No, it's not it. It's not
I
it.
won. I win.
Hey, Vivi,
No.
you do
no.
not have the talking pillow.
Talking pillow, not
I don't know. I just watched Breaking Bad with Juicy. Okay, so they had this
What does
talking
that have
pillow.
anything to do with anything?
It has everything to do with everything.
It gives you the priorities to speak. You can't say anything, Mimi. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you don't have it either.
Juicy, I
Oh,
can literally
wait,
just throw
okay.
you into the bush and no one would notice. You're so tiny.
Why are you saying he's tiny?
Because I want him to be tiny in the animation.
Why am I gonna be
I know,
tiny? No, I'm
just
gonna
you're
be
taller
bigger than
than
you
Mean
now.
God now. Just you're taller
Yeah,
than
I'm
Mean
taller
God.
than you, Mimi.
While I was watching a clip, I know of like true crime documentaries. I was watching a clip, and I noticed from the corner of my eye, it looked like a pale, light gray hand reach up on the bed and grab it, and then pull the blanket and disappear back under the bed. At first, I thought I was like seeing things. But then it happened. It happened again. But then the blanket moved. Like, I swear, I felt it like move from under me. So I looked under the bed because I thought it was my friend just messing with me. But there was like wait, what's this? Anyway, there was like nothing there. So I kept looking at like weird edgy stuff, and then it happened a third time. And then I like ran downstairs and I found my friend in the kitchen, and I asked her if she was like messing with me, and she seemed like really confused. So I told her everything that happened, and she was like, that's really creepy because somebody in the next house died while being trapped under a bed.
Died? Why didn't she move? I would have left that area immediately.
But did you get candy?
Shut up, you guys.
Did you get candy?
Wait, why did someone die?
Is that it?
That's it.
Died.
That was it.
This is so disappointing.
Did you know if it was
That,
real or
that was
not?
not scary.
I saw
kinda
a
edgy.
gray hand. Someone died next door. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What if it's just like an innocent person hiding for their life? Like, save me. Don't call the cops.
I'm gonna have to rate that a 2 out of 10 on the scary scale.
Why are you the one rating, huh? Why are you rating?
Still scarier than Meme God's Halloween story, but
What do you mean?
not as scary as being alone in an elevator.
Yeah,
That
on
is
top,
pretty
baby.
The next person to tell their story is gonna be Muffin Juice.
What?
God,
Never me.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, you better have a good scary story.
This is the realest story you'll ever hear in your life, and the scariest story you'll ever hear in your life. Guys, this is real. This happened. Okay. Guys, I was shopping at Costco. I was getting tortellini.
Oh my god!
I was shopping at Costco, getting tortellini or something, when I saw this tall, shiny, bald head down the dog food aisle. I was like, holy crap, that guy's bald. This is the scary part. I said that out loud. I heard stomping. The ground was shaking. I was literally pooping my pants. And then I see him. It's Dwayne. It's Dwayne!
Dwayne,
I was pooping even more. I was pooping. This is real, guys. Okay, Dwayne, he grabbed me by like the neck, and he's like, can I get a photo with you? I was like, Bro, what? My pants soaked. I was like, okay. So I'm gonna send the photo. This is real, guys. Here, this is the photo. This is the photo.
One more time. Is it? Did you say it was real? Oh yeah, definitely real. Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh my god, that is so
Not the scary thing. Okay, the scary thing is I'm actually taller than Dwayne Johnson.
That's
That is
pretty
crazy.
That's your scary
That's pretty
story?
crazy.
Meeting
Yeah, bro.
Dwayne The Rock?
Dude, I thought he was gonna kill me. I thought he was gonna kill me.
All right, we're gonna have to give that a 10 out of 10 on
Yes!
the first tub.
Yes!
That was horrifying. I don't know
Better
if you
than
can top that,
gods.
TBH, because you're going next.
You guys want to hear a real scary story? Okay, does nightmares actually count for a scary story? Okay.
No.
Okay. Shut up, Allie. No one asked. Okay. Nothing about goddamn ice cream. Not about candy. Not about The Rock. Okay. I don't care about any of them. Even God, stay on your side of the bench. I don't care. Okay.
What?
This is my time. Okay. One day. Okay. I was like 8 years old. Okay. And I went to like a Macy's. And I saw a bear mannequin for the first time. And ever since I saw that mannequin that day, it just freaked me out. I don't know what it was about a mannequin. It was just lifeless human body. I didn't like at all.
What
No,
if it
no.
wasn't lifeless?
Listen, all I know is it was a plastic human, completely naked. I like the man version better, okay? And it was awful.
Amen.
I hated the way it looked. You know, amen. That's what I'm saying. Right? Something about it just freaked me out so much, okay? So that night, I was going to sleep, and I made sure every light was on. Flicked the main light, the lamp light. I even turned on my phone and never let it turn off with the flashlight blazing my eyeballs, okay? I did not like the dark that night, okay? I didn't like it, okay? So eventually, I was able to actually go to sleep, and I had a dream that I was in my living room, and there was 6 mannequins around me, just doing normal human activities, you know? One of them was just sitting on the couch, you know, chilling, watching TV. The other one was laying down, chilling with the other one. The other one was watching popcorn, etc., etc. Whilst I was in a very small couch by myself and just was frozen. I couldn't move at all. But even if I tried, listen, Nadway, it gets worse than that, okay? Even if I tried to make the smallest movements, in my dream, all the mannequins would just snap their necks towards me. Okay.
What?
You know how terrifying that is? Lifeless humans. They don't even have eyes. How do they know where I am?
This
I
is
don't
like
like
a
it.
Doctor Who episode.
Lift up your armpit. Your armpit odor just travels
What?
to their
I'm not like
nose.
meme. Gotta use deodorant.
I don't need deodorant because I have
Bro,
What do you mean?
he's going to eat his exposure.
No, this is why I'm sitting on this side with all these girls.
What? You're sitting next to
Still
me.
no
What do you
one's
mean?
there.
Mr. Animator,
Did you take your schizo pills?
No, I think he built the girls out of trees. Yeah.
that's so funny. Finish your story.
Yeah,
So in my dream, I was trying to break free from these mannequins for like in dream minutes, 30 minutes, okay? Not the dream YouTuber in my mind.
Dream?
Minutes. No, not dream, okay? My brain
Sounds
has
like
like
a
a
YouTube
timer
video.
on it, okay? Listen, no, this is real, okay? Like Muffin's story. It's completely real. Not
Yeah,
fake,
mine
not
is really real.
So every time I tried to break away from these mannequins, they would just start coming closer and closer to the point where I was even trying to jump out the window, but they would just lock me in this couch and just hold me, right? So I was being locked up like arm manhandle. Eventually though, I managed to escape their grasp and start running away, and I had an army of mannequins just chasing me down my house. And eventually, they ended up catching me and ripping me in half.
What?
Oh my
That's
God.
brutal. What the?
How can you say that and
So
you just
funny.
start laughing?
Hey, I woke up, okay? It was not a very good night, but, you know, I'm not scared of mannequins anymore, so that's good.
Wow, that was supposed to be scary.
Scarier than your candy.
TBH, I'm gonna have to rate that 7 out of 10 on the
Yeah.
scary
What?
scale.
Yeah.
How?
Mine's better.
Yeah.
Doesn't beat the Rock story, but definitely beats Halloween Candy.
Of course,
and-
of course.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys are just privileged.
That was pretty scary, actually. You literally got ripped in half.
I'm
Yeah,
so
it was
confused.
just- you know
Who
what?
invited
Get
you
out of
here,
my-
Juicy?
Get out of my side. Juicy,
I
don't go
How
on the
did
other
you
side.
even
The
know that we were
forest.
telling spooky stories today?
I
you take
snuck
Juicy?
through the
He
forest and I
smells.
saw a campfire lighting up, so I
Follow
searched
the
and
smell.
with my katana, I hit the bushes and I saw you guys in a distance.
Why
I
do you have a
snuck in the
katana?
campfire.
Wait.
What the?
Juicy, can you
Yeah.
say water bottle?
Why? Water bottle.
Ah!
Get out of my side.
What do you mean?
Now it's time to tell another scary story, and it's gonna be me. This actually happened to me, all right? This is gonna be like even scarier than getting your socks wet. So this spooky story happened to me in my own house. Well, in my parents' house. I was just a child, no concept of life, still eating sand, normal kid things. I was spending my Thursday afternoon doing homework like a good boy when my parents told me they were going out for dinner, and they told me that grandma was gonna watch over me and I shouldn't do anything crazy. Why would they think I would do anything crazy? Like, do they think I'm like a bad son or something? I'm not gonna do anything.
Every child does something crazy.
As I was thinking this, I was already sneaking behind my sleeping grandma so I could get the stash of cookies in the pantry.
What's a pantry?
You don't know what a
Well,
Is it like
where you store food?
Oh, I actually don't know
That's
what
a
it is.
fridge.
Dry.
It's a
fridge.
closet.
Where do you store
container.
your
It's called the
food?
pantry.
He's making up words, everyone. This isn't
Pantry.
real.
Shut up, European person.
Yeah.
I was being ever so quiet, but I guess my dummy loud cheeks were just a little bit too loud because grandma, she was waiting right behind me. As I was about to grab the cookies, she swiped me without a word, and I thought I was just gonna get spanked. It was over. And she doesn't speak English, so I didn't even know if she was gonna say anything. But no, it wasn't a spanking. It was actually way worse. She started tickling me. It was horrible, all right? The horror. Full bottle tickling from the chest all the way to my feet. It
Damn,
was
Grandma.
the worst. I was screaming with a mix of laughing, crying. It was just like all the emotions happening at once. It was
It's horrible.
the worst. I hate
Wait,
it.
did you get the cookie though?
So you're ticklish? Nice, noted.
Honestly, I'm surprised that tickling isn't like some sort of torture method used to get information from government spies. It's horrible. But she went on for about 30 minutes when she finally got
30
tired.
minutes?
30 minutes of tickling. I was basically dead on the couch at this point. You would think that this is the horror part of the story, but no, this is just the start. I learned my lesson. I wasn't going for the cookies anymore, but that didn't stop grandma. Every day for the whole next week, she tickled me. No matter how loud I screamed or cried, it happened every day.
That's not normal.
It's
That's
not.
not normal.
How old were you? 10?
Everything happened when we were 10, supposedly. There was only one place left for me to hide, all right? It was my room, or at least I thought. It was the dead of night. I was sleeping like a log. For some reason, I started to hear my door handle wiggle. I thought it was my cat, so I ignored it.
No.
But then it went from wiggle noises to opening door noises.
Cats can't open a door.
I panicked. I sheltered myself underneath the blanket of solitude. I was sweating. I heard my own heartbeat, but I felt safe. From the shadows outside my blanket, I saw two giant arms raise up. I thought I was gonna die, but it was worse than death. It was grandma. She started tickling me at the dead of night. I was screaming, crying, everything. Grandma was recording some sort of 3 a.m. YouTube prank challenge, all right?
No, it's
This
a
didn't go on
Facebook
for 30 minutes. This went out for hours. Hours of tickling. Eventually, I just passed out.
Me personally, I wouldn't take that.
You would think this is what was so scary about it, but no.
What?
Eventually, I had the courage to tell my parents that grandma was going too far. I couldn't handle the tickling anymore. They looked at me with strange eyes, and they started laughing. I asked what was so funny.
They laughed at you?
They said grandma left a couple days ago.
No.
What?
What do you mean, girl? Who the hell was tickling you?
I don't know.
Sorry, my bad. That was me.
Grandma getting views from Facebook.
And that is going to wrap up our spooky stories for today.
I would rate that like a 1 out of 10.
We're not gonna hear Juice's story because I don't even know how you got here.
I snuck in.
His scary story is going to the dentist, all right? It's very
If
scary.
you guys like this and you want to see more, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and make sure to check out my friends' channels, all linked down below. Today, we're going to be telling funny stories involving our pet, or, you know, just a random encounter with an animal. We're going to pick a random name in the hat, completely random. Fat Meme God.
My story is about my dog. The cutest dog in the world, you know, the cutest and Shut up! Okay, my dog, his name is Maku. Okay? You wanna see a photo of Maku? This is
Oh, look at that
What do you
dog.
mean?
Is he done yet?
That's basically a rat.
Maku is a Shih Tzu, okay? Don't make the
Shih Tzu.
I know what you're gonna say. Okay, just to show you how fluffy he is. Look at this.
Why?
I would punt that across the football
That's
field.
pretty cute.
Look at that little fella. Look at his little hat.
Since my dog is so adorable, I am like very attached to him. Right? He's like my best friend. So one day, my cousin from India comes to visit my family, right, in America. And the nicest way to describe my cousin is that she is the epitome of the B word. Can I say the B word?
Whoa. This is some serious allegations.
You calling out someone,
yeah.
maybe? You trying to start
They think they are so entitled and cool, they can get away with anything, okay? They're the type of person to wash their hands and then just leave the sink on for no reason.
I mean, you can't run out of water, right? Water's infinite.
My cousin sees my dog, and just like all the people do when they see my dog, they get very fond of my dog at first sight. It's like love at first sight. But knowing that my cousin probably has some like brain deficiency or something, I was always cautious, and I had to supervise whenever she played with my dog. I wanted to make sure she wouldn't do anything stupid. But of course, one day, while I'm supervising my cousin, I feel a little gurgle in my stomach, okay?
You ate the dog?
No!
What the gurgle?
I realized I ate too many gulab jamuns, you know, and I need to go to the
Ate too many
bathroom.
balls? You eat balls?
Man, you don't suck them on first?
They taste better when they're wet.
Hey,
I'm the gulab jamun.
Yo.
Okay. Anyways, I ate too many gulab jamuns, you know, I need to go to the bathroom. And my parents were gonna come home in 15 minutes. So, you know, my cousin was still playing with the dog. I was like, if I just look away for 30 minutes, nothing horrible can possibly go wrong in 30 minutes. So I tell my cousin, don't leave the house and don't do anything stupid, right? I will be right back. I will go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom and, you know, I was quick, only 30 minutes.
Only?
That's quick.
I walked out of my bathroom to see my cousin isn't there. And more importantly, my dog is not there. I look all over the house, upstairs, downstairs, backyard. Nowhere is my cousin until she finally comes back home and tells me my dog ran away.
No.
Why were you like, do you know the range of emotions that were going inside my head? I was furious, sad, losing brain cells. I was like, you stupid B word. How can you possibly lose my dog in 30 minutes?
He did you a favor. Like, who would want this dog anyway?
What is
Look
he?
at it.
Look at
Look
he's
at
doing a
this.
little, doing a little thing on his. You want to see? We actually celebrate his birthday as well. Look how happy and not held at gunpoint he is.
Dude, he looks like he's held at gunpoint. What are you talking about?
Dude, he looks morally depressed in this image. Like, he needs help.
No, don't go on.
oh, he has a little bow tie. Oh my god.
Plaza, that's what you're worried about?
She just doesn't say anything for a bit and just points outside in a direction like that's where my dog ran off to. You know how in Popeye the cartoon the guy takes like a can of spinach and chucks the whole thing? I took a can of gulab jamuns and I literally just transformed into a full-on Captain India mode. The power of Jadoo possessed my soul. I stepped outside in the middle of the night because this was happening at 10 p.m. in my baggy shirt and my white undies. I was not wearing anything else. I was just wearing underwear.
You're wearing underwear around your cousin?
We were little. This was when we were young, bro. This was when we were like. Anyway, shut up. I went for a run in the neighborhood to find my dog because I know for a fact that my cousin, my fat cousin, can't do that. Okay, so here I am running in my neighborhood, going full circles, uphill, downhill in the trees. I do this for 10-20 minutes and I don't find my dog. I literally just start crying. I'm like extremely depressed and I just start bawling out loud and like, you know, I just lost my best friend, like my only friend at the time. I was like so sad.
Aww.
That dog took his chances. He saw an opening and he went for it.
He was not trying to escape. He was perfectly happy with me, okay? After searching a bit more, you know, left being defeated, I returned home in tears and opened the door where I was greeted by my dog.
Wait,
Oh
what?
my god!
What? He was in your house?
He kicked you out of the house?
It's even worse than that. You know, this entire time, he didn't run away. It turns out my parents came home while I was taking a dump and took my dog on a walk. And then my cousin lied to me about the whole thing.
Oh my god.
You're so gullible, you
No.
guys. So gullible.
What do you mean?
You didn't hear your
So,
parents
yeah,
come in or anything? You didn't see their car? You
I
didn't
was
see
on
anything?
the toilet watching something, you know? So
What
you watching? Jadu.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I was pretty mad. I called her every single bad word in Hindi in front of my parents and her parents, and then took my dog to my room and basically cried myself to sleep because I was traumatized.
Is there a relationship between you and this dog that we should know about?
This is him totally not screaming for help, okay?
Well, Mimi, I'm gonna have to rate that story 1 out of 10.
What? That was the best story! That was deep, emotional, made people cry!
I'm gonna pick a random name.
BECU Business Services has the banking products you need with the partnership you want. Start meeting your business goals at becu.org/business. BECU, power in people.
Out of the hat now. Who can beat Meme Got Story? It won't take much. Allie.
Me?
Did you get your notes, Ali? Don't forget your notes.
Yeah, I got my notes.
Wait, I just realized you're going in order in the Discord. You're not
Yeah, that's what I was
whipping up
saying.
anything from a hat.
What Discord? We're sitting around a campfire.
Well, what happened to the hat?
Why are we in a campfire? We're in the house.
Wait, we are?
Yeah, why are we in a campfire?
I fucked the man here on top of the freaking Eiffel Tower. Get me out from it.
So when I was a kid, me and my friends were playing at a playground, and I had my cat with me.
At a
On
playground.
the playground.
What?
What kind of cat
Yeah,
is this?
I don't know why I brought my cat. I just did. We were all wearing white shirts because I think we were like doing like tie-dye shirts or something. We all started like playing with my cat and passing it around and like hugging it and squeezing it.
The cat?
Bro, what is like a pillow or something?
Yeah, we were like loving the cat.
Did you guys
squeezing it.
tie-dye the cat?
We were hugging and squeezing it. We didn't realize that the whole time the cat was just pooping all over us.
Pooping.
How?
So our white shirts were just covered in cat poo.
How did you not know this? How is that even possible?
I don't know. We were kids.
Let's smell it.
This might be a British moment.
It might be worse than a British moment. It's an alley moment.
I have another story about the same cat though.
That was
Okay.
the
Wait,
story.
that was a story.
I have another one. So another time I was watching my favorite movie, which is Over the Hedge.
Is this like a British movie or something?
How
don't
dare
know.
you say that? You don't know
Over the
about the
head.
You're
Terminator?
British. What are you talking about?
And then I decided to lay down on my back with my cat and like play with my cat. And I was laying on the bed and I was holding the cat above me. And then all of a sudden, the cat decided to like stick its claws like deep into my nose. And it
Your
would.
nose?
Nose?
He's not
Yeah.
supposed to be there.
Their arms are dangling above my nose, and then
Did
the
that not
claws
hurt?
came out. Yeah, it hurt really bad, and it would not let go. And I was just screaming and crying for someone to help me for so long. I don't know how long. And the cat was just like looking at me like, "Bruh, what's going on, bruh?" Like, and it did not let go for like so long. I was just screaming the entire time.
Why did you pull it off?
I was too like it hurt so bad. Like I just couldn't move.
At least you got a free nose piercing.
Is that the story?